So let's talk about how you can change your child's sexual orientation. Okay, using magic. All right. So the first thing that you're going to need is an onion. All right. So you're gonna get the onion, and you're going to, preferably a red onion. Get the red onion and cut it open with the two tail ends on the side. So you want to set the onion on the side and cut it open that way. All right. All right. So after you cut it open, you're just gonna sit there and you're gonna allow yourself to spill your tears out over the onion. And as you are letting your tears spill out over the onion, you're going to want to consider these facts, right? When you are fucking with your child's sexual drive, you are actually fucking with their intuition. You're fucking with their creativity. You're fucking with their ability to discern and make decisions on their own, especially when it comes to other people. Because what happens in your sexual chakra is not just sex. There's a lot of other things that happen, such as communication and relationships, responding to other people. So you're going to want to consider that you're about to fuck your child's entire fucking life up because you're going to infringe on their capability of knowing themselves, right? So once you figure that out, and realize that you want to play your child's roles for them, which means that you want to live vicariously through your child and or be your child, then you're probably going to want to consider what the fuck is wrong with me. But before you do that, before you go into that, what you're also going to want to consider is that when you are messing with your child's capability of being an intuitional person, right? Being in their intuition, discerning from their intuition, you are also infringing on their ability to decide whether other people are right for them in their lives. You're going to also want to consider the fact that you are not going to be around their whole entire lives to make decisions for them. All right? So, once you consider that, you're also going to want to consider the fact that your child is going to at some point need to move away from you unless you want them feeding off of you their entire lives. And if you think that you're going to send your child out into the world and have them work for someone else, you have to realize, oh shit, they're going to have to communicate with people. They're also going to have to build relationships with people. So you've infringed on their ability and capability to trust other people because they could not trust you, number one. And number two, because you're in their sexual house. You're in their sexual chakras. With that being said, the parent being in the child's sexual chakras, what that is really considered is rape, and not only rape but incest. And we don't really do that anymore. We don't marry the child off to the parent anymore to keep the bloodline pure. We kind of try and spread out so that grotesque uh, grotesque deformations don't actually happen. So once you consider that a deformation happens when you physically have sex with your child and produce an offspring, you're also going to want to realize that when you are creating magic, this is the art of manifestation, right? So you are creating a spiritual child with your child. Consider that. And all the times that you've ever judged any rapist, put it back onto yourself, because you're raping your child spiritually, you're raping your child mentally, you're raping your child's capability to live, because you've infringed upon their right to choose who they are. Now, I understand there's a lot of fuck shit going on. There's a lot of sick fuck shit going on in the world that are kind of like, coercing people to be more perverted. Okay. And Once we consider that the world is also already a fucked up place, we also have to consider why should I make it even more fucked up for my child? Why would you do that? Do you really love your child? If you don't love your child, if you really are just planning on fucking your child's life up, then okay. After you cut the onion, take the onion and just kind of throw it in your own fucking face. Because why the fuck did you have the child anyway? I'm sorry. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You're going to want to take the onion. You want to put it in some vinegar. Okay? After you've cried over it and considered that you're about to fuck your whole child's life up, put it in some vinegar. Okay? And let that just sit there for a couple of days. And over the next couple of days, just go back over it. Consider that I'm about to fuck my child's whole entire life up. Fuck all of their hopes, dreams, because the creativity lives there. And if that child was meant to be a musician or a great artist or someone, even a politician, if that child's meant to be a politician, their intuition is going to be wildly off. Their capability of connecting with other people are going to be wildly off, because instead of connecting with other people, they're going to be connecting with you, because you were the most important part in your child's fucking life. You were the most important person. So you're just going to let that soak into the onion vinegar solution that we've created along with your tears. And then after 7 days, you're going to want to open that up, put some bleach into it, and close it really quickly, because that is a toxic solution. That is a toxic solution that we just created. Just like what you're about to do to your child. Go ahead and put that outside and just let it sit outside, hidden, of course, because that's your intentions, to hide your child's real, true self, right? Put it somewhere they cannot find it, because your child will never be able to find themselves ever the fuck again after you do this shit. Or it's gonna be really, really fucking hard for your child to find themselves ever the fuck again after you do this. Okay? And as it's sitting out there, I would do this when the moon is starting to be full, so that even though the sun can't see you, the motherfucking hidden, the shadows, the demons could see your ass, right? Let it sit there. And on the full moon, we're going to get there, right? As it's sitting there and you're waiting for the full moon to arise, you're going to do this for another 7 days. Another 7 days, you're going to continue to pray. And you're going to want to pray over a picture of your child, okay? You're going to want to say, have eyes, have ears, hear me, see me in your time of your fears, in the time of your searching of yourself, okay? You want to do that. And as you are doing these prayers, consider that you are really fucking other people as well, because your child is here to build relationships with other people. There's someone probably in the world that is waiting for your child to come into their lives so that they may build a relationship with them. So you just fuck that person too. So make sure you consider that person as you are doing these prayers. Hear me, see me in the time of your need, in the time of your fears, when you are searching for yourself, okay? And as you're doing these prayers over this picture of your child, consider how fucked up your life has to be for you to even think that you own your child in such a way that you can and should infringe upon their sexual being. Also consider that you had to be a sexual being for you to even have your child. Consider that. Because being a sexual being is very natural for the majority of people who are in physical form. It's a very natural process. It's a very natural thing, having sexual curiosity. It's a very natural thing. for most people. Not everyone has that sexual drive in the way of having sex, but most of us has a sexual drive that we use towards other things, even creativity, using our intuition, being able to build within science. That's a thing. Your sexual drive has a lot to do with your intellect. So consider that you're also infringing upon their intellect as well, their capability to think for themselves. And as you're considering all the ways that you're fucking up the entire world, not just your child's life, do that prayer, and save the candle wax. Now, when you go back outside on the full moon, you're going to want to take the picture of your child as well as the candle wax. And the candle wax you're going to take, and when you open up the jar, given that it doesn't just explode in your face, you're going to want to put the candle wax into the concoction, and then you want to shake it while the jar is open. You want to hold it close to your own face and shake it up. Wow. The jar is open. And granted that it did not just splash out somehow, some way, I don't know why it would do that. You're going to want to just throw that shit right in your own face and say, what the fuck is wrong with me? And that's the end of the spell. That's it. Thanks for watching.